Welcome back, Rebels. Checking my analytics for the video. It seems like most of you guys found me due to the nightclub. Most of you were searching for the night. So I've decided to dedicate an entire video dedicated to just the nightclub alone. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, my nightclub is next to the airport because my previous hangar was here. I've now moved it since the last update to Fort Zancudo because you get protection from the army, so it just stops the griefers from hanging around the base. Now, without further ado, let's get into why the nightclub is one of the best businesses for a solo player in GTA Online. It is merely the amount of passive income that can be achieved through this business with very little input. You'll spend around 20 to 30 minutes a day, maybe, if you're lucky, dealing with this business. Now, some of you may have done this already, so if you have, please skip the next few minutes. If you haven't, let's go through the setup of the nightclub for those of you who have yet to buy it. Now, the nightclub is available on Maze Bank foreclosures. They range from about $1 million to around $2 million in price for the base of the nightclub. However, as soon as you start adding extras, this can shoot up to around 8, maybe 9 million. This is due to the storage and the cars mainly. Now, right from the start, the style, the rig, and the name have no bearing on any income. You just want to make sure your storage is level 5. Now we're just heading over to the club. Upon entering the club, you'll have a video, which I've skipped for the sake of speed. Then you head upstairs to the computer, log into the computer, and it doesn't matter which of the two setup missions you do first, there's no correct order. In our situation, I did the staff first, just because it was on the left.
Okay,
now the setup missions are relatively easy.
In any order.
They are just literally go, pick some people up, drive back again.
Cool to be working with you. We gonna go get the others?
You looking for someone? Great, it's you. Oh, hello. It's good to be working with you both.
Good to meet you.
Coming down to pick up the final guy. After this, it's straight to the club and it's mission complete. There's no enemies, there's no tanks, there's nothing to blow you out of the water or off the road.
I can't tell you how psyched I am to be working the bar at your club. And shit, Marcel's on board. And sorry, I don't know you.
Now we will do the second of the two missions, the equipment mission. This one is a little more difficult, but in the realms of difficulty, it's very, very low still. The only reason being, when you go to collect the bus, there are a few people there. As you get close to the bus, if you'd like to come from the back of the bus, on the opposite side to the people, this will stop them from just ripping you straight out of the seat as you try to drive off.
You fucking
motorway in GTA can be a little bit annoying, for want of a better word, with the crash barriers all the way down the side of it. So just be careful for those as you're bringing this back onto the motorway. You will also see that there's a potential problem here. The vehicle is around 5 to 6 meters tall. This isn't going to get under the bridges, but do not fear. The assembly on the top of the vehicle will quite easily snap off as you go under this traffic sign system. There we go, and it's gone. Kind of sad because it's kind of cool, but you won't get under any bridges if you leave it on the top. When you return to your club, if you're at the airport, come this way. Do not go in the other way because you will get stuck. Straight down to the garage entrance and it's complete. Now for the DJ. We've done everything else. All we need now is the DJ. We've got our equipment, we've got our staff, we've got decorations. Everything is nice and ready inside. We just need the man himself who's going to make everybody have the best night ever. So just head over, as it says, to the airport. It's up the top, not down the bottom as if he's a plane. He's actually outside the arrivals terminal.
Don't know what's about to happen to it. Solomon, our Slavic saviour. There will be rhythm.
As you close on the arrivals terminal, you'll have a phone call from Solomon stating that his pilot somehow fallen asleep or become unconscious of some kind, and you will need to follow the plane to Sandy Shores Airport, where he manages to land the plane on his own.
Hey, Solomon!
Then it is a matter of just simply taking him straight back to the nightclub. There's no enemies, there's no bad guys, no one's looking for him. So just drive nice and safe. You can drive as quick as you want, he doesn't get scared.
Right, drive up! Drive on! Let's get to the club. Show him his digs. And here we are.
Now we're back at the club with Solomon.
They don't know what they're in for.
Upon entry,
Let's do it.
you will get yet another video of, oh, well done, and celebrations, and we're gonna go, and all this.
Hey, boss.
Here you can set who you will allow to enter your club from your crew, your friends, your associates, organization, crew and friends. It's all here. Now, I would just leave it personally to everybody because nobody can do anything inside the club that hurts you anyway. The entry cost, again, only applies to real-life players. It doesn't apply to NPC. They will always pay the entry cost at a fixed rate. Now, for the dress code, it's personal preference again. Do you like it a bit techno-y? Do you like EDM? How do you like your crowd to look? That's all that is. As you come down these stairs, you will get a text message from Marcel. This is the guy that you picked up who's your head bouncer. He will be looking around for any troublemakers or anybody who's going to cause a problem inside your club. Now, in this case, we have somebody who's investigating the cargo deliveries, aka trying to steal alcohol from out the back. So we need to deal with this little tea leaf. The majority of the club contact missions, as in the ones that hit you as soon as you come into contact with the club, are people too drunk, the people out the back in your cargo area, and then you'll get VIPs and A-listers who like to fall asleep in your office, who all expect a taxi ride home. It's as simple as just walk straight up to the offender if they're inside your club and press the action button, which is the right D-pad. And voila, you get 10,000 plus 1 bar of popularity for that. Now for the safe. It's hidden in the white wall, in amongst the gold glittery tiles. Took me a few minutes to find this the first time. It's a little bit of an annoying design. Perfect for real life, not so good for computer games. If they had a little marker or something on it, or even just exposed the edging around the door, it would be much easier for players to find. It is on the mini-map, but you start running both sides of the wall and getting all confused. So now we'll do a tour of the nightclub. This is a room where you can drink with your friends, enjoy watching everyone party downstairs. I use a little bit, not too much. And at the end of the bar near the bottles, there are a collection of 4 glasses. You can actually play drinking games with your friends with those glasses. As we continue to walk around, we'll go down the back route, past the cargo area where you get your troublemaker. Go right round and past the lift. Just here there is a lift to your right that will go left now, up and down to any location within the organization. Then we come through here. It's the back way to the toilets. And then into here. The second stall along is where you will find the person who drinks too much. If you need to throw him out, he'll be in that cubicle just there. Now on the way out, always make sure to tip your attendant. That way, that little annoying man does not come in that toilet.
Got that right. I've never heard
Now
anything
we're
like
walking
it.
across the main dance floor. We have popularity 5, so it's the maximum amount of people. We come along down into the front bar. This is where the majority of your patrons would go to buy their drinks. Here at the entrance is where you get that text message. I just double mark that for you guys. Whatever you do, do not buy Macbeth whiskey if you want to do something inside your club, because you'll wake up on some random mountain or just some random location within GTA Online.
See you later.
Dancing in GTA 5 is fairly well developed. It's more of a gimmick than anything else. Fun to do for a few seconds, but then it starts to get cringy and you just want to turn it off. Still, at least it allows you to enjoy your club as it's meant to be. As we go upstairs, we'll enter the VIP area of the club. This is where your rich patrons are located. They have their own dedicated bar and their own dedicated private seating area.
What do you have, boss?
Again, do not order the whiskey, and if you want champagne, sure, go for it, but it's a lot of money for nothing. It's not like you're actually going to drink it. It's good to flex with friends, but
Goodbye, boss.
in general, there's not much point.
Enjoy it, buddy. This is
So now we've done a 360-degree walk around the club. Let's go ahead and sit down at our hot seat, our terminal. Once we're on the terminal, you will log in. Now this is the full management software for your club. The three key ones that you should be focusing on are nightclub management, warehouse management, and sell goods. The other ones you will not click so often. The nightclub management, of course, self-explanatory, where you go to promote your club. The DJ depends on your personal taste in music. Which one would you prefer? They all play kind of slightly different music. The warehouse management is where you assign your operatives. If you haven't done so already, you want to buy the remaining 2. It only comes with 3, but you can buy 2 more. The sell goods, this is kind of important. If you notice down the bottom, you have 3 groups of products, the transparent finance, investment, and so forth. These will give you a bit of a bonus for selling collections. They're working exactly the same way if you've done the car deliveries. And then finally, the upgrades. The only 2 you want are the equipment and the staff upgrades. As you can see, I haven't had a security upgrade, and I've taken 35 million from my club, and I haven't been robbed once. So your mileage may vary depending on your platform, I suppose, but on PC, I've never been robbed at my club. My MC businesses, however, they are getting robbed all the time. So they need the security. This one, I think, is just to make you waste money. So now we're going to do our club promotion. These can be a varied tasks: sharing music, sharing flyers, assassinating people who have a different opinion about music to you. In this case, it gives us the buzzard with the dropping the leaflets.
Okay.
Just as a mini flex here, I brought my nice new Raiju, even though it's only 20 meters away.
We're gonna
Still
pick up
gotta
a
use it.
chopper, fly out, and airdrop marketing all over this city.
And I absolutely love this pink anime skin for it. It's wonderful. The Princess Bubblegum skin is absolutely lovely. Buzzards are nice and quick, easy to fly, very, very new player friendly as a helicopter. Nice and small as well, so you can land them and take off from small spaces. Now the flying missions are easy. You just fly to the yellow dots, press the right on the D-pad, and it will drop the flyers over the yellow areas. Again, for the sake of speed, I've skipped sections so that you don't just have to watch me fly all over Los Santos. You'll get a mission passed once you have dropped the final one, and then you will automatically have that popularity. So if you were at 4 out of 5 already, there's no need to return to your club. It's now at 5. You can go off and do whatever you want. But in this situation, for the sake of the video and for the sake of argument, I'm going to go back to the club, as we still have 1 or 2 more things there to look at. Now your nightclub will come with up to 5 levels. The first level being dedicated to all the delivery vehicles within the club. As you can see, they vary in size from small to large. The small one is probably the easiest to drive and probably has the best firepower, as the large one has limited missiles. The Speedo Custom, the first one, the smaller one, this is by far the easiest to drive, the fastest, and probably the easiest to deliver in. However, this is only used for deliveries, I think, of up to around 500,000. Anything bigger than that, and you'll want the next one up. The minigun is pretty cool, pretty powerful. But the armor has holes. If you have a decent player, they can shoot you through those little windows, the little slats that you can see. It's unlikely, but it happens. Now the mule, we won't go into this one too much. This is probably one of the most useless vehicles in GTA. The weaponry is useless, the armor is useless, it doesn't handle, it isn't fast. Yeah, just skip it. Now on to the Pounder. The Pounder is much better in terms of firepower. However, it does have a limited amount of rockets. I think it's 28 or 30. So once you fire those off, it needs to go back to the club in order to be restocked. It does have a secondary grenade launcher, mine layer, and this sort of stuff. But its biggest advantage over its mule counterpart is just the level of armor and the level of firepower it has. This is the vehicle that you'll be using for over 1 million deliveries. I mean, I've handled 2 million in this, just shy. I think it was about 1.9 something, the maximum that you can do with the club. Once or twice I've had to call out my cargo bob to come and pick it out of a ditch somewhere, because it does not like to turn because of those big covers across the wheels, which means you're going down a highway with some speed and all of a sudden the corner comes, you're not turning. So just keep that in mind when you're driving it about, that it doesn't like to turn. If you run up the top and go out the back, you will see where all your cargo comes from. This is where it's all stored before you deliver it. And it stores it on every level. You do not need to have the car garage for that level, just the storage for that level. All the different types of products are stored in different areas. That's more for show than it is any actual reliability or efficiency. So now we'll head down to the second basement level. On the second basement level, personally, I keep my armored vehicles. Any Imani tech or anything like that will be at their relative garages or auto shop or agency or whatever. It's only the vehicles that have no affiliation that will be here. The Kuruma, the first car there, is one of the workhorses of the game. If you do not own that car, buy one. It will save you countless hours in missions. Quick pop onto the third floor, kind of pointless, but just a quick show. All the floors 2, 3, 4 are exactly the same. Personally, I like a good SUV, normally in black. It's kind of intimidating. SUVs should be intimidating when they arrive. A couple of those have crew black, which is blacker than GTA black. I don't know why, but the developers, when they put black in the game, they put it in grey. One of my favorite is actually the X5, the red one right on the corner. So now we'll pop down to level 5, the Terrorbyte garage. Now the Terrorbyte is kind of a contentious vehicle, not because of itself, but because of a vehicle it houses, and that's the Oppressor MkII. It's used by griefers the world over, and so many of us are tired with this vehicle now. However, the Terrorbyte itself is quite a formidable piece of kit. It allows you to resupply certain businesses and run certain security missions or contracts, should I say. It has a turret, a drone, weapon workshop, and a vehicle workshop for the Oppressor. Here we'll take a look inside. The inside is very modern in its decoration. The big touchscreen in front of you is what controls all of the PvE environment. The client jobs are the jobs that are specific to the Terrorbyte itself. The air freight cargo is for your hangar. The special cargo is for your cargo warehouse. The vehicle cargo, of course, is for your vehicles. Gun running and biker, again, they're for your bunker. Now the Oppressor. This is very expensive. Rockstar did that on purpose to stop people wanting to buy it. I personally don't fly mine that much. If you want to buy one, they are useful, but they're limited on rockets and they have the armor of a packet of cigarettes. Now for the toughness test. This vehicle can withstand 34 unguided explosives. Unguided explosives cause more damage than guided in the game. I think it's around 30 to 40% more damage. So the fact that it can take 34 of these would mean it could probably take around 50 homing missiles. It's got an insane ability to withstand damage. Basically meaning your cargo, even on a full server, as long as you don't get a griefer, probably will make it to its destination. When you deliver on a full server, always go with a couple of friends. Always take the deliveries. This concludes our full guide on the GTA Nightclub and the best things to do and how to do them. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much. Peace and love to you all, and I hope to see you in game. Our Discord is linked underneath the video, so if you want to come and have a chat with us, feel free. We are looking for friends. Thank you.